Holyfield, I'm telling you, when I lived in Atlanta, it did not rain this much. I do not remember always having my freaking umbrellas. Something has happened. That's crazy. That is crazy. It was not raining like this. Yeah, I know it didn't rain like that when I lived there because I rarely wore my rain boots when I lived there, and I always wanted to wear my rain boots. That's crazy. What is happening? Yeah. Well, we've had a few rainy days last week, and we had one the week before that, but it ain't all day. It's just like the morning. It's just gone. I know, it's crazy. Crazy, crazy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. How the kids been enjoying the tree being on? Right. Oh, that's cute. Right. But I don't know if Jamie believes. Does she believe in Christmas? Okay. Okay. Well, I didn't hold you nothing. I ain't gonna hold you up. I just give y'all a call back because I know the phone hung up. Oh no, don't call me back. She got that new hairdo. You gonna be leaving the hoodie on. You so stupid. Yeah, she told me yesterday you tried to grab her phone. I said I don't need it no more. I don't need it. All right, bye bye. Ow.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Over!
On the ground with their leading rusher from a season ago, it's Alex Collins. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Brought in left side by Snead. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Lucky 56.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's 3rd and short. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he's got Snead. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Leopard! No, check, Patriot!
Here's a 1st down run with Collins. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd down, Collins down to about the 22 here. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good game, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here comes the 7th play in this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Trying to punch it in with Collins. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Collins now the lone man in the backfield, 2nd and goal.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit! Gone!
Now Jackson. And that is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal.
Leopard! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll try and run forward with Collins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Dion Lewis, the first carry for the expatriate. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight 1st down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for him right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
Dumps it off to Lewis. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
To throw is Mariota. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd down, Mariota. Throwing for his running back, he's going complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another 1st down. A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And that is caught. Walker, touchdown Titans. Delaney Walker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Succop. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go play action here on 1st down. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, Jackson. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They pitch it out to Collins. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Now Jackson on second down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Gone, 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 gone. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
On third down, Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Collins. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a third down and 8.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Jackson now to throw on third down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Leopard, Leopard.
set him back 5. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's Jackson. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. To throw Mariota. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good pickup there of 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. One.
A first down throw for Mariota. Got a man right side. It's sharp. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mariota, and it's caught. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Here's Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it's now 21-7. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Collins. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. As they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run with Collins, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 50.
Jackson on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll start things on 1st down with Dion Lewis. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Titans getting set to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Detroit! Detroit!
After the interception, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Detroit!
Jackson to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll run the counter with Collins. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
And again, it's Collins. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
On 1st and goal, Collins. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They get it to him running left. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, 2nd half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, now a hit and a loose football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hayden Hurst with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens are in for 6. And now the Ravens calling the offense onto the field here as they're going to go for 2.
Detroit! 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 Hot!
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will not make it to the goal line here. So they'll be unable to bump this lead up to a field goal as it remains a 1-point game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the 3rd quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. Throw left side complete. It's Walker. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And he stopped immediately there. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. Looking deep downfield. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play, Mariota to Davis. 44 yards. They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Dion Lewis with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. And now Mariota and the Titan offense, they're going to line up to go for 2. Lewis will get the handoff. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Jackson now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football, and at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Throwing, Mariota. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A former first-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Lewis, able to push his way through. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Mariota now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Play action now. Mariota. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, Mariota trying to lay one up deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
On 3rd down, that's Lewis. Tennessee getting the 1st down on a big play of 18 yards. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
On play action, Mariota. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 11. This is Collins on the handoff. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Jackson looking to throw on 2nd down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And that's exactly why the Ravens drafted him, added him to their stable after drafting Hayden Hurst in the 1st round. A 2nd tight end who can catch the football. He looks like a guy who's going to line up on the line of scrimmage and mash you in the running game as a blocker. But his best attributes, splitting out, catching the football almost as an extra wide receiver.
It's caught left side by John Brown. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Jackson. Drops it underneath for Collins. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like like he had it and dropped it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Still a lot that can happen, but you think they get points on this drive, even if it's just 3, should wrap this one up.
And you got to love their starting field position. So if you're the play caller right now, being on the plus side of the 50, you're thinking exactly what you're saying. Get 3, get out of here with at least that. But, hey, you might have a chance to put 6 on the board and really take control.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Off the toss, Lewis. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break in the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will extend their lead even further. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, and that won't beat us.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
Factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney!
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. To throw on 2nd down. Jackson caught right side at Snead. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Wide open receiver complete. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Wesley Woodyard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Again, it's Lewis. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They try again with Lewis. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney! Leopard, Leopard!
Throwing now is Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Wesley Woodyard in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.